Well, I think you guys got to see a heck of a ball game. I thought there was two great teams playing. I thought neither one of them had any quit in them, and you know, we got out to a good start. They got to a good start the second half. We came back and did what they needed to do. No quitting these guys. So you know, you got to give them credit. I love them to death, and it's just a heck of a ball game.
Thanks, Coach. This time we'll take questions for the student athletes. Please raise your hand and wait for the microphone. We'll start with Brooks here from the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
All right, question for both of you. I mean, to be champions here, you got the capes around to the hats. I mean, what's this moment like for you?
Again, before I answer your question, I feel like I need to give all praises and honor to God that He got us this far. Even our wins and losses that we were able to learn from got us here to this moment. So all praises to Him.
I just want to say there's no words that describes this moment. I mean, this is my senior year, and there's nothing more that I could ask for from my team, my coaches. Everything just came together at this very moment, and all the hard work and everything we did this whole season just paid off.
Monique, with the way the game was dwindling at the end, I mean, you're guarding up on Deer and she drives. I mean, take us through that moment, I mean, all the way to the end of that defensive possession.
I mean, I was just trying to focus on, you know, Coach Foley telling me to try to take away her strength, and I was relying on my help, and my teammates were there to help me when I need the help, and that's what I think, you know, changed the game for us.
You know, Ron, it seemed like in that you guys scored 6 points in that fourth period, and being up 21 I think it was 21 at one point. I mean, what was it like going down? I think after there was a timeout after you missed a mid-range there. Just what was the regroup like to hold on in the end?
We just knew we had to keep our composure and get the stops that we needed to get defensively for our team to win. So we got the important stop that we needed for the game, and champions.
A question for both of you. I mean, to experience a game like that, almost, you know, coming all the way to the end. I mean, was it nervous? I mean, what was that? I mean, all the way to the end. Can you take us emotionally through that throughout the game?
I think we've been in this situation quite a few times this year, so it was more so like we've been here, we know what to do, and we're gonna come here out with this win. And I think everybody just stuck together, stuck with our game plan, and we were ready for it.
Just letting all the nerves go and playing as calm as we can. Like Mo said, we've been in this situation before where we're up, and the team had an opportunity to take the lead or either tie the game up, and just staying calm and sticking to the game plan.
And Monique, once Deer was getting hot, I mean, you know, you guys have been priding yourselves on defense all year. I mean, did that get to you? I mean, how did you approach that as that stretch started to begin?
It didn't get to me because I know she was a good player, and, you know, she was going to get some shots, and I was just going to do my best to make sure it was going to be a contested shot. And, you know, I couldn't get down on myself. I was just going to go to the next play and make sure that I did the best that I could to try to prevent her from getting a good look, and that's what I tried to do.
Y'all both, you know, maybe not yet time to think about it, but, you know, the next step is the tournament. I mean, just to be able to be in that, what's your idea? What's coming next?
Last time I was in this situation, you know, I was a freshman, so I mean, I'm excited for this opportunity because when I was a freshman, I was actually watching, and now I'm actually playing. So I think it's a great opportunity for me and the rest of my teammates to get this experience going to the NCAA, and I'm just happy that we're doing it.
And being as I was in high school when they went to the NCAA tournament, just hearing all the stories and the good times and the good experience, I'm ready to experience that myself and just play on a bigger stage, not letting the excitement get to me.
Talking about the end, but the beginning, that first quarter, you guys get out 20-7. Monique, just what was the pace? What was the way you guys started? How was that? What was that like in that first period?
We just talked about, you know, taking it one possession at a time and playing our game. And we were pushing the ball, you know, getting good looks and stopping on defense. And I think that's what gave us the momentum to, you know, get that lead ahead in the beginning.
Did you guys get comfortable? Is that what happened? Or, I mean, just how did it change?
I think that we we got a little passive on the shots that selections that we were taking. We weren't going inside and, looking for the best shots that we could. And I think that's what kind of changed the momentum for us. Once we started getting the ball inside a little bit, I think we got, better looks.
We good? Any other questions for the student athletes? Thank you very much. You guys can head back to the locker room. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll go ahead with questions for Coach Foley now.
There's a timeout there at the end. Just with the game winding down like it was. I mean, how'd you approach it there at the end?
Are you talking about when they had possession?
When they had possession.
Yeah, we knew that they were going to put the ball in Deere's hands. We kind of broke down there for a few series. Mo was playing the best she could, but we talked about all day. We can't play Deere one-on-one, and she was coming off those high screens at the top, and our post players wasn't giving enough help. So that's how she got on that run. So we made sure, we told them, she's got to have help. And so that made a difference in that possession.
I mean, to win in a way like that, how did that whole game work for you emotionally?
It's walk in the park. That's part of the game. I told them both teams at halftime, I said, guys, there's a reason both teams are here. I said, we had an excellent first half. They could have an excellent second half just like we did the first half. This is going to be a good ball game. I said, you got to play every possession. And unfortunately, same as always, kind of been our nemesis the whole year. They went to the zone, and we got passive, missed a few shots, missed a couple threes, kind of got our heads down a little bit. So that led to that right there. It changed the momentum of the game, there's no doubt.
What was it specifically, the zone? Was it a 2-3 or?
Yeah, it's just a 2-3. They were spreading it out, making sure we didn't get good looks. Should have got the ball inside more, and you notice, Ron missed a couple of jumpers inside, and they got the momentum going. They hit a couple threes, so the game. That's the way it is, and you just got to fight through it and hope you got a shot at the end, and we did, and we made good.
Yeah, they had that stretch at the beginning where they weren't making any shots either.
Exactly.
I mean,
exactly. And I knew that wasn't going. They're too good players for that, and I knew Deere was going to. When it came time. That's the reason she was the MVP of the conference. She knows how to play. She knows how to win, and she did a great job. But like I say, our kids didn't quit either, and we ended up pulling it out.
Thoughts on going to the tournament?
I love it. I love it. I hope this ends California or someplace nice. It's just so refreshing to see kids. In your program, you want kids to experience the NCAA on this level. You usually got to win your tournament. So to do that every year is nearly, it's impossible. So for each of our kids, if they get to go to an NCAA 1 or 2 or more, that's what you work. That's the reason we run all those, bleachers at the War Memorial. That's the reason we run all those sprints. And that's what you're telling them at that time of year because they're bitching and griping and their heads are down. And you say, guys, I understand what you're going through, but when you feel it at the end, you'll know what it's about. So this is what carries your program forward.
Once Texas State took the lead, Monique got a defensive rebound, went coast to coast for that layup. I mean, how huge was that?
Well, I thought Monique played. There's no doubt to me she was the best player in the tournament today. Deere was a great player and deserved the MVP. I'm not doubting that. But Mo had an MVP game today. She had a heck of a game, especially that first half. She was unbelievable.
I'm curious. Once the shots weren't going, I mean, how did you adjust to try and get some offensive?
You just got to keep working. Just got to keep working. We told our kids, you just got to keep pounding. They're going to drop. We got to get it inside, do a better job inside. And, like I say, that's been our nemesis all year. You got 2 freshmen on the perimeter. You got Mo out there that, she's more of the point guard type. So that hurts any time we play against the zone. We just, Tori's going to be a heck of a player, there's no doubt. And so is Terrion. Talk about a kid that showed some guts. I mean, that kid turned her ankle the first of the game yesterday, and never missed a beat. I mean, I have so much respect for that freshman. It's unbelievable.